Hey y'all, today we're going to show you how we make our grilled stuffed pork barbecue avocados, and we're going to take you on our adventures here in the Catalina State Park just north of Tucson, Arizona, all while having a whole lot of fun. Oh Lord! Hey y'all, welcome back to another edition of Cooking Chris's Dishes with the Good Old Boy, where we're cooking up dishes straight from recipes.crock.com, my beautiful wife's cooking blog. And today we're coming at you from our makeshift camper kitchen here in the Catalina State Park, just north of Tucson, Arizona. And we haven't even started cooking or eating yet, and we've already had a blast. You see, when we pulled in the little picnic area down here in the park just after the entrance, we pull in and there's these little prairie dogs popping their heads up. You remember the game you'd always play called whack-a-mole? It seems like you could actually do that out here. It's really windy too, by the way. But we pull in and I'm getting this footage of what I thought was gonna be one little prairie dog, and all of a sudden they all start popping their heads out of these holes. And then a park ranger comes in behind us and says, "Did you see the rattlesnake you just passed?" And sure enough, I finally saw my first live wild rattlesnake. So what do? I run right up to it. Now, I kept my distance like the park ranger said, but even though I kept my distance, you could hear that rattle going. My heart was pounding. It was awesome. My trip has been made. That's all I got to say. But today, we want to talk to you about a new recipe we're going to do. You see, the other day, we made some pulled pork, you know, that we made with that really awesome low-carb barbecue sauce that we made. And we have leftovers. We have a lot of leftovers. That was a lot of pork, and we don't want it to go to waste. And I did this a couple weeks ago with the ribs that we made with the barbecue sauce, and I was trying to find different ways that I could use the leftovers with it. And I thought, you know what, for a really good protein-packed meal, what if you stuffed an avocado with it and grilled it? So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to make some grilled stuffed pork barbecue avocados on our propane grill. And the first thing you want to do is have an avocado. You want to have some lime. You want to have some salt. We have ours in a baggie. You want to have some pepper. And then, other than your pork barbecue, cover it with some cheese, because cheese is good stuff. And what I want to do is I want to pit my avocados first. So let me do that real quick. Oh, these avocados are good too. They have really good avocados down here in the Southwest. I can't imagine why. Avocados are grown down here. So, you gotta be very careful. I don't want any of my trash to blow away. So I got my little lime baggie here that I'm gonna dump all my stuff in. One avocado. Two avocado. And then something I got to thinking about when I was getting these avocados ready is they got them little stickers on them. You want to make sure, take that sticker off, because you don't want that burning.
It's kindling
Inside your grill. Yeah. We're not trying to build a fire out here. And that's the other thing about the state park is Smokey the Bear was holding up his sign today and said that there is a high probability of fires today. So, or high susceptibility, I guess, of fires today. So they still allow propane, but not charcoal. So if you're going in a state park or a national park and you want to build a fire, make sure you're checking those signs first. The last thing I want to do is get in trouble with old Smokey. So I've got my limes, I've got my avocados cut up. My grill is hot. I'm going to toss them on there for a little bit, just to get some pretty grill marks. Get a little smoky flavor going inside my avocado. And while I'm getting them pretty grill marks on, we're going to show you our hike through the Catalina State Park today here, just north of Tucson, Arizona. In 3, 2, 1. Check it out. Coyote. Or coyote, depending on where you're from.
Octavius doesn't want to check him out.
No, I don't think I could stand a chance with him. Sorry, a little bit of a squirrel moment there, coyote moment.
Are we still blurry?
Nope.
Okay. I can't see anything.
Huh?
Huh.
Anyway, we're in the Coronado National Park.
National Forest.
Coronado National Forest.
State Park.
The Catalina State Park is the location where we are. If you've got a national park pass that doesn't work here, you've got to pay the fee. Looks like it's $7 for a vehicle per day. And so far, with the views we've got, it's worth the $7, and we haven't even got to. Where are we going? We're going on a hiking trail.
We're going to the picnic areas, which were that way. Oh my gosh.
Glad I asked where we were going. So we're gonna have lunch.
Yes.
And then we're gonna go for a hike. Today we are making.
What are we calling it?
I don't think we really gave it a name. I came up with it the other day, and
we've already had Crock Posse members making it.
Yeah, well, I gave the suggestion because we made ribs, a week ago or so, or a couple weeks ago, and we had the leftover rib meat, and I was trying to find different ways to use up that meat because I didn't want to waste those ribs, and I did a taco with it. It was really good, and then I also look, there's a stage and a large dog. Okay, another squirrel moment, sorry. But then I took some of that rib meat and put it inside an avocado, covered it with cheese and grilled it, and it was so good. Addie loved it too, didn't you? So that's what we're gonna go do now. We're gonna show you guys how to make that, and then we're gonna go for a hike here in the Catalina State Park. And Cris is pointing and saying, hey, go park there. So,
well, there's all kinds of picnic tables for us to.
Well, then let's go have a picnic.
Go have a picnic.
Hey, look, squirrel, literally. Chipmunk. No, wait, that's a baby gopher.
Where? Are you sure it's not a prairie dog?
Or prairie dog? Isn't that what a gopher is?
No.
Hang on, let's see if we can catch him. There he goes. Where'd you go? No, where?
It's right in the road right there if you want to get a picture of it.
I'm gonna go get a rattlesnake. I'm not gonna touch him. Hey, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Not that far away.
Don't pet him, right?
Exactly.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. All right, y'all. For reals, yo. Give me my phone.
You be careful. The guy said stay away from it.
There it is, right there. Real live rattlesnake. Okay, guys, I'm trying to film this. At the same time, I'm trying to film this, but there's, oh Lord. You see it? Rattlesnake. Oh my goodness, my very first rattlesnake. You guys see him right there? Oh my gosh, I'm like shaking right now. I'm staying as far away as the park ranger told me to so that it can't get me. I'm shaking. This is probably the dumbest thing I've ever done. But there's a rattlesnake right there. He's shaking. Oh, he's not happy with me. I'm not gonna touch him. I'm staying far, far away. But every time I move, he shakes his little tail. Oh, I'm so excited. This is so cool. Oh my gosh, my heart is pounding right now. My very first rattlesnake in the wild. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. You guys see it? All right, you guys see it?
Dear park ranger that thought it was a good idea to tell my husband that there was a rattlesnake over there. No. I swear the snake's either going to kill him or I am.
I don't know if y'all can see him or not. Well, I can hear him though. Oh, I can hear him. There he is, right there. I'm being yelled at by my wife that I should probably not pet the pretty things, so. I gotta go. But it's much cooler today. It's only about 70 degrees down here. And we're on the Canyon Loop Trail, which is about 2 miles in a loop, properly named. But
we haven't looped yet, so I'm not sure about your measurements.
I'm feeling a little loopy. But so far we've seen all the wildlife down at the campground or at the picnic area. We saw the rattlesnake, we saw prairie dogs, or I guess we're wondering, I guess I'm gonna have to Google it because there's a thing out here called a gopher snake. So we're thinking those might be gophers and not prairie dogs. Or is a prairie dog a gopher? We live in Indiana. We have chipmunks, so.
Yeah, and we saw the very rare snick. What's a snick, Mike?
So we're walking along the trail, and in the middle of the trail was a stick. And my wife asked me if it was a steak.
Or a snake.
A steak. A snake or a stick. And I meant to say stick, and I called it a snick. So she didn't know what to do.
I call it.
It was a stick. Addie calls it Moses' staff. Good biblical referencer, kid. But it's gorgeous. I mean, you've got the, I guess they're called the Catalina Mountains around us, and all the saguaro cactuses growing up all the way up almost to the top of them. And it's just
beautiful.
It's beautiful. Check us out. Isn't that pretty? And those are thousands of foot up in the air. There's a town near here that's up in the mountains called Mount Lemon. It was named after the first female climber to climb the top of these particular mountains. And her last name was Lemon.
Hey.
She was a sweet lady. But
That was a sour
the
joke.
temperature at Mount wow. The temperature of that town is like 20 to 30 degrees below the rest of Tucson. And like down here it's mostly sunny and warm, and up in Mount Lemon I looked earlier when it was like 60 degrees in Tucson this morning. It was 38 degrees. It was dry as a bone down in Tucson, and up there it was snow and rain. So I don't know if we're going to make it up to Mount Lemon or
I
not.
don't think that's where we're going.
I hear there's a good fudge shop.
It's awfully toasty.
It is. It's nice down here.
But we better hurry or the sun's going to go down on us.
I don't necessarily want to be out here when the sun goes down.
No, we saw a coyote too. You forgot about that.
Oh, yeah.
The rattlesnake totally
It stole the
his
show.
thunder.
It stole the show.
So,
We're going on a walk.
We don't want Aki to be a coyote snack, so we're going to
Or a snake snack.
Or snake snack.
Now barely zoom back.
not.
Gently. And as you're doing, kind of pull up a little bit, up a little bit, up a little bit, up a little bit, up a little bit. Perfect.
Hi, my name is Addie, and I will be your camera person for today. So, get ready for things not in focus. Look at that cactus forest over there. That's just amazing. Look at that squirrel. Wait, look at that. That one looks like it has 2 eyes and a nose and a bit. Yeah, it's like an octopus. Cool. What are you thinking of the hike so far?
It's beautiful.
Yeah. Hold on, I gotta stop. First water we've seen all hike. I saw this river earlier. I'm like, oh, cool, a river. That's the new dog. We can get dinner. He's sniffing. He's sniffing. This will go down.
Oh, we like that water. Yeah, we like that water.
You want a drink, Pop? Yes, he's drinking. Hello, Pop. So we just found like a little river. I bet it uses up a lot of data because it's always streaming. Eh? Get it? Streaming. Okay.
Bless you.
Okay.
That was a dusty trail.
Yes, and I need to fix my contact because.
You also need to put your seatbelt on.
Oh.
Safety first.
I've already got mine on.
So far on this trip, that's my favorite trail. This is my favorite place that we've gone as far as parks go.
Oh goodness, I can't even remember what all trails we've been on, but it is one of my top ones because there was so much to see. Because when we first got here, I thought, oh my goodness, there were no cactus. I saw, and when you look, you can find them, but at first glance, they're not everywhere like they are everywhere else.
Right.
And I was like, oh, we're not going to see that, but we did. They were everywhere.
Turns out they don't like mushrooms. They just pop out and see out of nowhere.
There were mountain views. There were canyon views. There was a creek bed.
There's wildlife galore.
Tons of wildlife.
I still got to figure out if those are prairie dogs or if those were gophers.
Oh, here we go. I'll figure it out right now.
You go. Mama's gonna Google it.
I'm gonna Google it.
There's people watching right now going and saying what the answer is. It's this. It's this.
Right.
In the comments below, before she gets to it, tell us: is it a gopher or a prairie dog? Or the same thing? We don't know. We don't have either in Indiana. We have groundhogs.
Well, but the only thing is, we're not in the prairie, right?
We're in the desert,
We're in the desert,
which makes it sound like a gopher. Either way, she's gonna go for the answer right now. We came in and sat down, and the first thing we did was eat lunch, and those avocados were amazing. You'll see here in a minute.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, I'm interrupting.
Go ahead.
There are two types of prairie dogs in Arizona. There are the black-tailed. Do they have black tails, Addie?
What?
Oh, she's got her headphones in. Did they have black tails?
They have kind of like brownish tails.
Okay, the black-tailed are in southeastern Arizona. Are we in southeastern Arizona?
We're in, yes.
Okay. Did they look like this?
Yes.
Then they're prairie dogs.
Hey, they're prairie dogs.
Okay, what's a gopher, though?
He was a guy on the Love Boat.
Oh. Oh, goodness, those aren't gophers. Gophers are chubby.
Oh, gophers are not as pretty as prairie
With great
dogs.
big teeth.
So anywho,
Oh, my.
those were prairie
Look at
dogs.
their legs.
I want to see.
So they look like moles.
A little bit.
So we kind of have gophers back home, but no, not they're moles.
Yeah. Hey, close the cooler up, Ed.
Anyways, I'd say that was a squirrel moment, but it was more of a gopher moment or a prairie dog moment.
Yeah, they definitely do not look, and they got the great big. Sorry, we definitely were seeing prairie dogs.
Yes.
Not gophers.
So prairie dogs, we got to see a coyote, we got to see the rattlesnake, so many birds, and it's
I
pet
think
friendly.
the rattlesnake got to see a Mikey, is what I think.
Yeah,
happened.
there's a rattlesnake went back. It's like, you should have seen this.
No,
idiot get
there
up
was a
close to me.
lady, I don't know if you were filming at the time, but there was a lady who stopped and spoke with you.
Was that the gal from New York?
Yes.
Yeah, she couldn't see it.
She came over to me afterwards and was actually wanting to talk about Octavius, but before she left, she said, was that your husband? The guy that was going nuts over the rattlesnake? And I said, yes. I said, you could have just stopped with the guy going nuts because that was pretty much.
She comes up to me and she's like, what are you looking at? I said, there's a rattlesnake in that bush right there. And I'd watched it slither across the road.
Could she not hear it?
She could hear it, but she couldn't see it. I'm like, it's right there. It's in that, you see right there at the edge of that bush, at the bottom, at the base of it. She's like, no, I don't see it. So I took a picture of it and zoomed in and showed it to her, and she saw it. And then she's like, oh My gosh. And that's when she walked away? Because I don't think she thought it was really there.
I mean, if I had my dog with me, I wouldn't want to be anywhere near a rattlesnake.
And that's the thing is this park is super pet friendly. There was dogs everywhere. That's where we want to go. We like taking Octavius with us just because he is part of the family. He's part of the crew. He's part of this adventure that we're doing. And so we love the fact that we could take him to places like this where we can enjoy it and have long hikes like that, and still be able to take him. So kudos to Catalina
State Park.
Yeah.
We were discussing how, now I know...
In a quarter mile, turn left onto Arizona 77 South North Oracle Road.
I know where we're going.
Oh, so you don't need this? The last time you said you knew where we were going, we almost ended up in Mexico. I'm just saying. Do you know?
I have a general idea.
It's getting dark out, so I'm concerned.
I speak Spanish. We're cool.
I'm not concerned we're going to show up, and I'm concerned we're not going to know where we're at.
Remember that.
We were talking about on the trail that, at least with the national parks we've been in so far, they haven't been as pet friendly, and I understand why in a lot of situations. But they haven't been as pet friendly as a lot of the state parks we found.
Right.
Like almost all of the state parks that we found have at least some options for you to be able to take your pets along. So if you have a pet, that's something to kind of, don't ignore that there are state parks everywhere. And when I ask local people a lot of times about where we should go, you know, all the attention usually goes to the national parks, which we love and we're like all in on visiting. But we are really enjoying checking out, like, I swear, what we saw today, it like in other parts of the country would totally be considered a national park.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it was beautiful.
It was beautiful.
And we got, fun. I mean, again, there was the nature part of it, and then there was also like signs to show you geography and things like that, and or not geography, geology on how the Catalina Mountains were formed.
And another props to the Catalina State Park is that the trails were very well marked, which was like really awesome, because sometimes they're not. That's a good thing, because the trail that we took was a couple miles long, but there were trails that broke off of it, and they go like 9 to 14 or 16 miles, and we don't want to go on those right now. And there were even markers that said not a designated trail. Like it even clarified, like, you are going off the map now.
Don't go that way.
Don't go that way. I mean, and then they had horse trails, so like any place that there were steps and those kinds of things, they had alternative routes for people with horses, which is something that my parents care a lot about, because they are horse people. So Miss Ad was saying, oh, Papa would love it here. So I was sending texts to me mom and telling her that Miss Ad recommends this place for Papa and his horses. So
Mama even texted me today and wanted to know if they wanted to ship me a horse so that I could ride, and I don't ride horses, I'm sorry. It's just not going to happen. Got a saddle sore one time. We might have talked about this before, and
we don't need to talk about it again.
It hurt.
You need to buck up, Buttercup.
So now we're going to go home and get us something to eat while you watch something that we already ate. Wasn't that an awesome trip? I don't know. We haven't even gone yet.
Oh, but you knew that the rattlesnake part was awesome, which I'm sure made its way in there.
Oh my gosh, it was so cool. Well, we are back, and now we've got some scores going on here on our, I guess some scorch. We got a good scorch going on our avocado. Ooh. Cooked avocado smells really good. All I wanted to do was just give a little added flavor there with these. And burning that avocado did just the trick. So I'll take them out. And then want to add just a little pinch of salt on each one of them.
The sun's in my eye, so I can't really tell what I have.
Oh, I thought you were just winking at me. A little bit of pepper on each one of the avocados. And then, to bump up that flavor another notch, got my limes all rolled out here. Want to add some lime to it as well. And I think avocado and lime go really well together. Just right over the top of the avocado. Got about 2 limes. Yeah, let's crack it at a lime open. I don't mind a lot of lime flavor on this. There we go. And I think with, and this is just my humble opinion, but that's not really a sweet barbecue pork. So I think the lime and avocado are going to make it taste really good with that chili flavor that's in there with the chili powder.
It's a smoky barbecue, which I really like.
Yeah.
Because that cumin
Bring it
in
down,
there.
see? And now I'm just going to take a spoonful of my meat. I haven't even heated it up yet. Make sure it's all shredded up good. Just a good enough to fill that hole.
That pork shoulder made
top.
so, like what, 4 meals for us, and we still have over
We-
half of it left.
Yeah, we have a lot of this. Y'all want to come over for dinner? We got plenty of pork left.
I think we're going to freeze the rest of it after this meal. But you could use pork shoulder or the ribs, either one. Or chicken.
Chicken would work. You're making me hungry and I haven't even started eating yet. But just enough to mound over the top of your avocado. Some will have more than others. That's okay. Right there. And then one more. Yeah, that didn't even use up even half of what we got left here. Put that right there. Just like that. We pack paper towels?
Yes, it's in that black bag.
Okay. I just want to know. For Kim's sake.
Aww.
I'll be right back.
The black one, baby, not the blue one.
I failed colors in first grade. Alright.
Did you know I got an S- for cutting paper in kindergarten? It scarred me to this
I've
day.
heard this story for over 20 years. Alright.
She didn't know what she was doing to me when she gave me that. Great.
Move them close together. Yes, I'm licking my fingers. Actually.
What are you looking for?
I'll save it. I'll use one, Kim. That's all I need. That poor girl's been picked on more than anybody during this trip. And I'm just going to take this, and I'm going to get messy. I don't care. And I'm going to sprinkle that cheese over the top.
Octavius is like, okay, you go for it.
Yeah.
He's the
Aki's gonna
cleanup
love.
crew.
Now, what I'm thinking with this is the heat, I need it to be on the top more than the bottom. So, I'm going to put them on the top rack.
Oh.
That way that heat that shoots up goes right over them, like an oven. I love that smell, that sound, that sizzle. 2 avocado. 3 avocado. 4 avocado. 5 avocado, and just enough room left over. Let's get some of that cheese back on there. 6 avocado.
So now what are we going to do while we wait? Since we already went for the hike. Oh, Addie's got prairie dog footage.
We're going to show Addie some prairie dog footage right now.
Yay!
So, Mom and Dad are recording right now. I'm looking for some prairie dogs. I'm gonna look for them, and I can find some and take video. There he is. Look at him. He's so cute. Finally, I got him in frame. And new to the camera. Ooh, next one. There he is. Hey, little guy. Where is he? There he is. Look at that. Jeez. Alright. Look at him. Alright. still hanging out. Wanna fight? No? Oh, are they? No, there's nothing. It's just left their dentures that they're still hanging out. Okay, bye. Oh, there he is. Oh. How cute.
Now, it only took a couple minutes for this to work, but it worked out well. Check this out. Look at my beautiful creation. That cheese is all melted down. That avocado, got to be careful with it because I know that avocado is really soft now.
Got our fine china out, huh?
But all those juices from the pork barbecue drain down into that avocado with that lime, that salt, and that pepper. Maybe I should have brought a bigger plate. Nope, there's just enough room. And one more. Don't do that. It's hard on your teeth.
Speaking of things not to do, let's make sure that we put a disclaimer that people should not chase down rattlesnakes. I think we've got to say that. You are not a professional, and neither are they.
If y'all are watching our Instagram on Recipes at Crock, or if you're following me over at Good Old Boy, then you'll see that we've got a hashtag going called Don't Pet the Pretty Things. That includes cactus and rattlesnakes. Don't chase them down. I kept my distance from the rattlesnake, and he made sure to tell me what the distance meter was. Doesn't matter. I still got in trouble for chasing down rattlesnake. But hey, had a spoon in my back pocket.
Yes.
I think I'm going to use it now.
Honey, do you have another plate?
I do, but I'm going to use this. Actually, I might have. Oh, look at this.
You used all the plates.
I
That's
think
what
I
I was
did.
thinking. Okay.
Let's set this here. I'll get my own. And then I'm just going right at it.
Are ya?
Dig right into that avocado. You'll get some pork and some cheese. And let's see how we did.
Is it Goode?
Oh my gosh. So, when you scorch that avocado on the grill, it's going to put that smoky flavor from the grill into your avocado. That lime adds just a little bit of acidity on top of the smokiness that's in the pork. And then that cheese on top's got that smoke going all around it when it melts down. So it's smoky, it's cheesy, it's porky. It's so good. It is so good. Normally, when I am doing this, I take a bite, I say thanks for watching, and we say goodbye. But I got to give my wife a bite.
Oh!
So, camera lady, here you go. Is that not awesome? That is so good. I come up with that. I'm so proud. And I'm so glad that y'all joined us here for another edition of Cooking Chris's Dishes, even though this is technically Mikey's dish. But if y'all like what you saw here today, whether it be the traveling, whether it be me being an idiot and chasing down rattlesnakes, or if it's the really good food that we're doing, we ask that you give us a thumbs up down below. If you have not become a member of the Crock Posse, then if you would, click the little subscribe button down below. If you want to know what we're doing anytime we're doing it right as soon as we give it to you, click the little bell next to it. And we thank you guys for watching, and we want y'all to do three things, the same three things that we do, and that is to laugh often,
Eat good food,
and speak life. Talk to you later, guys. I'm hungry. Prairie dog.
and a bird.